So we are giving a matrix. So a matrix is Toeplitz if every diagonal from top left to bottom right has the same element. So for example, the element from the top left, this is 1, 1, 1, and this is 2, 2, 2, and here is 3 and 3, this is 4, and this is 5. You can see from the top left to the bottom right diagonal, so it's the same value. But how can we solve it easily? I mean, without writing so many lines of code. We don't need to check the diagonal one by one. Actually, we can use some tricks to solve this problem. So for example, this is 1, 2, 3. So the previous row is 1, 2, 3. But the current row is 1, 2, 3. It is here. So, but how can we check that? So for example, this is the current row 1, 2, 3. So for that 4, if we want to find a diagonal, it will go out of the range. So we will ignore this 4. And then we're going to consider this is 1, 1, and this is 2, 2, and this is 3, 3. So we can compare row by row with all the elements together. We don't need to compare with one diagonal with another diagonal. We can compare row by row. So for example, this is the previous row, and this is the current row. We can ignore this 4, and we can ignore this 5, because if there is a diagonal, this 5 will go to the top left. It will go out of the range, and for this 4, it will be similar, go out of the range. So we will only consider 1, 2, 3 here and 1, 2, 3 here. So what about the next row? It will 5, 1, 2. We will only consider 5, 1, 2 here, and the next row it is 5, 1, 2 here. So we will ignore the last element in the previous row, and we will ignore the first element in the current row. So in this way, we can solve it easily. We don't need to write so many lines of code, and we can avoid making mistakes. So let me just start coding. So let me prepare the row and column. It is the length of the matrix, and the length of the matrix 0. Now I'm going to check row by row. So for I in range 1 to capital R, I'm going to prepare the previous row. It should be matrix with I minus 1, and the current row should be equal to matrix with I. So I have to check. So if the previous row, I need to ignore the last element. If it is not equal to the current row, I need to ignore the first element. So I'm gonna start from 1 index. So if it is not equal, I'm gonna return a false immediately. If it is always equal, finally I'm gonna return a true. So this is the entire code. As you can see, it's really clear, and you don't need to make so many mistakes because this is easier. Actually this is a mathematical calculation. Even you don't know 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 like that, but after that you're gonna learn about it, because this is very famous kind of mathematical problems. If we wanted to try to solve the Toeplitz matrix, we're gonna compare like that, and this gonna be easier to write in code. Now let me submit it and to check if it works. As you can see, it works, and the time complexity is m times n. It is r times c. As you can see, this is a row, and we're gonna compare row by row. Actually, this is r times c. That is